who was that first star where you're just like,
Well, it was Jimi Hendrix. Okay.
Oh yeah. I mean, when I think about all the stuff that you did, firsthand travels and work with, Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder and Jackie Wilson, The Temptations, Marvin Gaye, Smokey Robinson. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on.
Don't forget Little Anthony and the Imperials.
Oh no, absolutely. Little Anthony and the Imperials for absolute positive, sure. Which is what started all this, because your uncle was in the mix, right? So
he's the founding member of Little Anthony and the Imperials.
But what is it like to be surrounded by all of that greatness all at the same time? It's got to just be overwhelming.
Well, first of all, it was just, I couldn't believe it myself. I could not believe it. But I knew at that point, when I seen all of these stars together on the stage, everybody on the same show, I said, oh man, this is what I want to do in business. This is what I want to do. When I first met Chubby Checker, because my uncle had said to me, I was on my first rock and roll show at the Paramount Theater in Brooklyn, right across from Junior's, famous for cheesecake. And he says, hey, go knock on some of these stars' doors and see if they want something. And I went like, oh, okay. I'm 15. And I went to this first star door I went to. I didn't even know who was in there. I knocked on the door. And he says, yeah, come on in. I opened the door and it's Mr. Twist, Chubby Checker. I said, oh my God, Chubby Checker. I wasn't in awe or anything like that. Chubby Checker. I just said, do you want anything from the store? And he goes like, yeah, man, go get me a pack of cigarettes, some Salem cigarettes and stuff, And that's how it all started. It was unbelievable. And then that following year from the Brooklyn Paramount, we moved over to the Brooklyn Fox Theater. And that's when they had the whole Motown review there. I mean, everybody from Marvin Gaye to Stevie Wonder, the Marvelettes, the Miracles, Four Tops, Temptation, Supremes. I mean, everybody. Then they also had like Patti LaBelle, Dionne Warwick, Wayne Newton, the Righteous Brothers, Sam and Dave. I mean, it was just a plethora of artists there. And I just got used to it. I just got used to that life.
Who was that first star where you're just like,
Well, it was Jimi Hendrix, okay?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, look, I had met Ike and Tina Turner during that time. I drank champagne with Adam Clayton Powell, the senator. But when I saw Jimi Hendrix, it was like, I was poking my uncle. What do you want? And I said, this is Jimi Hendrix, man, Jimi Hendrix. He says, where? I said, right over there. And he says, he said, do you want to meet him? And I went like, yeah, I want to meet him. And he says, hey, Jimmy. Jimmy yelled back, hey, Clarence, what's up, man? Now, my uncle knew Jimi Hendrix when Jimmy was carrying his guitar in a pillowcase, okay? I was in awe when I met this guy. He came and he sat with us. He talked with us. And another star that I met in Las Vegas, Elvis Presley.
At that time, he was the biggest star on the planet.
Oh, he was, I've seen all of these people, all these stars in my life. Jackie Wilson had just finished his set and he was getting ready to introduce the next act. So Dick Clark comes out and he looks up and he goes, ladies and gentlemen, the King. And I turned around and I looked and I went like, and it was Elvis. He was standing there. He had his shades on and he had two giant bodyguards standing next to him, each side of him. And he took off his glasses like this. He just snatched them off and he stood there like this. Yeah, he posed. In my brain, I was going like, now that's a star.
Oh my gosh.
And Elvis comes down the aisle and he sees Louise and he goes, oh, hi, Louise. And he sat down right there and I got introduced to Elvis and he sat there and he talked with us for a while and I was like awestruck. I don't even think I said two words with him. He was a star. He was a star.